here.
Now the countdown has started. Got Biel over here looking still angry. The map is loading. Let's jump into it right now on Bridgehead.
KeSPA 한지원 vs SK텔레콤 T1다 강영우.
Over here on the right side of the map, on Bridgehead, in the red from CJ Entus, it is Biel.
There he is. And over here to the top left in blue, it's dark.
It is a bit dark on this map.
It is. There's a lot of spaces that have yet to be scouted. One of our regular foreign fans that comes and watches a lot, super duper cool and very interested in StarCraft.
Yeah, I actually talked to her yesterday. She was at the GSL too. She's a big Sioux fan. Happy he won today.
No doubt.
But guys are going to have another 8 pool here from Biel, deciding to use this as the theme of his play today.
I actually have this bad feeling, man. I have this feeling that like Biel's coach was like, do not do that again. And he's just like doing it anyways.
Yeah, I don't know. If I were Dark, I would just, you know.
If I were Dark, I'd go blind pool first. Like
that is something you can do to kind of just like blind counter your opponent, but at the same time, there's a backdoor base on this map. I guess it would be a little bit safer.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be mad with like a hatch straight into a pool, but it looks like Dark's going to be even safer than that. Going to go for just straight up 15 pool.
Yeah.
As safe as you can be, and unfortunately, Biel's just going to be countered once again.
Yep. Let's see how much damage is done, because it can still do damage.
Yeah.
Gonna be tough, but it's doable.
This is like almost frustrating to watch. You can see the frustration on Biel's face, and then he just is going for the same build over and over and over again, and it's just not working over and over and over again. Just
that's why it's so important to win the first game, I feel. That's why I said that earlier on. Whoever wins the first game is going to win the series, because these two are so evenly matched. ZVZ is a matchup, in my feeling, and like my, I don't know the statistics, but I feel like is a matchup where you see the most 3-0s, most 2-0s, because you get in someone's head in game 1, you get in their head in game 2, and it's like, how can you recover mentally? Yeah. It's like a game of risks and balancing.
If you notice from yesterday, the results were all 3-0s and 3-2s. There were like no 3-1s. There were a couple today, but from Monday, there were none. And just further builds on that point. Here are the Lings coming in. Dark pulling back those weakened drones, doing a really nice job. He's got 6 Lings of his own now, going to fight straight up here.
Right now, Biel has got to be even more angry. Like, you blind countered me? Why would I do that 3 times in a row? And then he's probably frustrated. Somebody's like, why did I do that 3 times in a row? You know?
Yeah.
I want everyone to pay close attention to. I mean, Biel could still win this game, no doubt, but pay close attention to what happens after this game with the coach. A good control here from Dark so far, even using some drones to actually help out a little bit.
Yeah, trying to catch those Lings, not let them get out. And now with the Queen out here, I mean,
Biel is droning. Dark has a second base up now that's at the back that Biel doesn't even know about. He might actually think he's dealing with a 1-base Zerg here. I doubt it, but he hasn't scouted it.
Yeah, I'm sure he knows that Dark just went straight up 15 pool into hatch.
Yeah.
And, yeah, this is even more tilting for Biel at this point in time.
Yeah, like, what is he going to do from here? It's really tough.
Yeah, like, does he awkwardly try to break down the back rocks? Because he's not going to break up the ramp. There's a Queen there. There's a second Queen coming out. There's equal amounts of Lings. Just not a good position here for Biel.
Yeah, it's just really not. Well, we're going to watch this game unfold. Player to take the gas first is going to get a pretty big advantage as well in this situation, and I think that will probably be Dark. I think he's already pushed these units back off the map. Actually making a safety spine. He's really reading Biel's play quite well, but Biel is playing the ultimate greed game now in this game.
Yeah.
So
this is another one of those 2-player maps that's like got a really long rush distance too, which is we got 3 of them in a row. And Biel went for this build 3 times in a row, which is interesting.
Yeah.
mean, we saw on game 2, Dark going for the pretty greedy build. Still was able to hold it off just because of the resistance and also the scouting from the Overlord.
This Ling is going to scout everything. Scouts no gas. Scouts late hatch.
Oh, yeah. And you can talk to Moonblade. This is like one of the most frustrating things, ZVZ, right? Like, one Ling just barely gets by because you messed up your micro and blocking it. It's like, oh, I guess he just knows everything about my base now.
Yep. All right, here comes this huge group of Lings here. Dark has way more. Even with the Queen here, he's actually going to force these back and just take a positive trade. And then he wants to try to kill that Queen, I guess, no doubt. And drones are coming off to try to save it, so of course he kills the drone. Just gets a good trade there. And again, further scouting information. Look at the overload spread here for Dark. He's got overlords at all key locations for any path of units that are moving across the map. And Lair is on the way here for Dark. This is a situation where going for fast Lair really makes a lot of sense to me. He's got so much vision. He's got so much information. The path is clear to Lair Tech. Like, it's pretty. It's paved with gold and minerals. Golden minerals, even. From a gold base. If you look at this map, engagement's in the middle of it. Should we go to mid-game, which we're definitely heading there now. Those bridges are the places where you want to avoid engaging when your opponent's on the other side of them, because they're always going to have better concave. I mean, roaches aren't Dragoons, but I think they might be the closest thing to Dragoons in this game. And I mean, this map, like I said, gives me a feel of like a cross between Python and Destination from the old days. So it's like a beautiful mix of the ideas of those maps. This is a cool map. I like it.
It's all right. I like it as well. I put it like middle of the pack for the new maps.
No.
I still want to see more games, play more games.
Oh, for sure.
Bill going for, you were talking about it before, just pretty ultra greed, like droning, pretty hardcore. He's going for double Evo chamber now, double upgrades, getting that later Roach Warren. Whereas Dark, he's just sitting on 42 drones only and making only roaches out here.
Yeah.
Maybe just go for the back door.
I think you're right. He has much earlier roach speed. Already lead in roaches by 14. He has a 14 roach lead right now. And yeah, you know what? That's exactly what he's going to do. He's going to go right for these backdoor rocks.
And look at the timing of this. The +1 is going to finish before any upgrades finish for Biel. He's also going to have the roach speed faster, the higher roach counts, and Biel maybe just getting a bit tilted, just going way too greedy. He's not going to have enough to stop this.
He also, his third base wasn't ready, so he doesn't have that extra production, whereas Dark has a ton of extra larvae he can use to continue to produce roaches. Like, he has 3 bases versus 2. That's just how ahead he is. And he's just going to overwhelm this base, going to force a cancel. Transfuse is already being used preemptively here to try to hold on to this base, but it's not going to happen. Bill's going to have to give it up. And here's the engage. Good splits here by Dark, making sure all of his roaches can fire. Not over right-clicking there. And one Queen goes down. And this fight is just going to eventually get overwhelmed by Dark's roach count.
Yeah, way too many roaches. 25-4 right now. Bill desperately trying to get that wave of roaches in here, but Queens are being sniped. GG. That is going to be it. A quick 3-0 by Dark here.
Well played. Biel playing very predictable, a very bad series, I feel, honestly, from how Biel normally plays. Like, he was clearly tilted today. It was definitely affected by that early loss. In Game 1, which he had essentially won, until he made the only wrong choice that could have led to his demise.
Yeah, I think that's exactly what's going on here. That first game must have been so tilting for him. And this is not the Biel. Like, if this is your first time watching Biel, this is not Biel.
No, it's not.
This series is not. Wipe this from your memory. Exactly. Pretend like it never happened, because that was probably one of the worst series I've ever seen Biel.
Yeah, just like wipe that from your memory. Forget that ever happened. It just never happened. Yeah.